When Lamine Yamal started coming out, people were just blasting him everywhere. And
yeah, he was gone.
Yes, he was good, but they made him greater because now a lot of people watch.
He makes the rest of the team look better.
This dude is like miles above like the talent that I've seen in South Africa. Welcome to That's Offside with the boys, and today we are bringing you an amazing topic about a star in South Africa that Brandon brought to our attention. Brandon, you want to tell us about this kiddo?
Yeah, so this is Relebohile Mofokeng. He plays for Orlando Pirates. It's just his first full season in the Pirates team as a first team player. He's from the School of Excellence, which tells you a lot about his talent. So he's a graduate from the School of Excellence. He's only 19 years old, but he's doing big things. The reason that Pirates is in the position they are in is down to this boy. So we're just gonna.
So you sent us some videos, and I mean, this dude is like miles above like the talent that I've seen in South Africa. Like his vision, his dribbling, it's crazy.
No, the reason why. So I wanted to ask. So what makes him different? So he's 19 years old. He's outperforming everyone in the teams. He's from the School of Excellence. So I was watching this guy and I'm like, he's so good.
Yeah.
But is he so good just because he's here in South Africa? And versus the people and the talent that we have here? And if we put him in the league of someone that's 19 years old in England, or we're just saying because he's playing with these kind of caliber, which we know is lower, no disrespect or whatever it is. I wanted to know, I've seen all of the skills and it's amazing to see a South African, don't get me wrong, it's amazing to see the South African and how he came, but I'm like, okay, what now? Because he's going to stay here in Pirates, he's not going to go further, he needs to go somewhere else.
You need to understand that generational talent, no matter where you are, you adapt to it. Like if you're that talented, you can adapt to whatever league you're in. And the attributes that he has, like the fundamentals that he has, I feel like he might take a bit of time to adjust. Maybe it's faster paced in Premier League. It's a bit more physical in Serie A and La Liga technical. But he looks like he has that capacity to just adapt.
Yeah. So to your point, Michael, yes, we can say that South African soccer is a little bit lesser than but at the same time, they play Champions League soccer. 100%. So we're playing the best in Africa.
Yeah. Correct.
And it's the main reason why we are at the moment in the semi-finals, or Pirates are in the semi-finals.
So right now we got this amazing 19-year-old that could possibly turn into something spectacular that's coming out of South Africa.
Right. So I want to speak to Nathan's point about attributes. So when you look at the attributes of a soccer player, right? So I'm going to compare him to a few soccer players, or two soccer players in particular. The first one is Garnacho from Man United. They play a similar position, right?
Yeah.
Ball gets played into Garnacho. In his mind, there's one thing on his mind. I'm going to cut in and take a shot. No matter what happens, that's what Garnacho is going to do. Garnacho is playing for one of the top sides in Europe, right? I won't say the best side, but one of the top sides in Europe. That's all he does. He cuts in and takes a shot, which is frustrating. It does not bring anyone else into play. Yeah. Now, if you look at this boy, right, he makes the rest of the team look better. Because if you see, he controls the ball, he looks up, he'll beat a player, or he'll pass it off, move into space. Beat a player, move into space. So his attributes are there. You can see he's not strong.
Yeah, I can see.
He's very tough.
That's what I'm saying. Like he needs more.
No.
He's built. So I'm going to compare him to another player now.
Yeah.
So Lamine Yamal, right? If you look at them together side by side, they're the same player.
This is the thing. Like that whole controversial about how you need to be tough and stuff like that. Some players need that.
Yeah.
Some players need that. But you have other players who just either have the quick feet or they can just find balance. Like Peter Crouch. Everybody said that dude would never be able to make it in the top because he's slender. How can he be strong and stuff? But he found other ways of making himself better.
I think for me the greatest side was 2010 to 2014 Barcelona side. Xavi, Iniesta, Messi. They were not much taller than me. They weren't big sides. They weren't
Yeah.
strong, but they were one of the greatest sides. They went to 3 Champions League finals in a row. So, I think the stature football has changed in such a way that you don't need to be this big strong guy to do well, and it's evident at Barcelona with Lamine Yamal, and I think it's evident here as well.
So what I like about him and from the videos you sent, this dude's vision and understanding of his players. So on
Where
some
did
of the
that come
clips,
from? Where did
on
it
some
come
no, some people just have it.
Yeah.
I think
Because-
it's more to that. He had it, but it was nurtured
Yeah.
through that school of excellence. You know what's the difference? I would have loved it if he came straight from the squatter camps into this without going to the school of that. And I feel that his foundations, like what you said, his fundamentals, his foundation, his vision, he has all of that, but it was nurtured through somewhere, and he needs to be more and more nurtured.
So I'll give you an example. One of the parents at my son's school, his son is a cricket player.
Yeah.
And I watched him play like for 2 overs he was batting. And I told his father, as a batsman, you either have it or you don't. You either have it or you don't. Your timing, to judge how the ball is coming, you either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
But it needs to be nurtured after that.
Yes.
So what Nathan is saying is, I completely agree with Nathan. A player has to have a killer instinct. You have to have a imagination
Yes.
to know where my players are
Before
at all
anything,
times.
yes.
But it also needs to be nurtured. So you can't nurture someone that's now coming up to
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Of course.
So there is an element of natural ability, but you have to work on
Because the
it.
thing is, if it could be nurtured, every single player in the Premier League would be able to have that vision to play a pass without looking at a player. There was a few clips where he played a reverse pass. Now I love to play that pass when I play football. Not as good as him, but to play a pass in between 3 players without looking at where your player is, that you cannot learn or that cannot be nurtured. That's something you just have.
So there was an example. They were interviewing David Beckham when Messi got to Inter Miami, and they said, "What do you like most about having Messi in the team?"
Yeah.
He says that you can see he draws a picture. Most of the time, you see him walking around the pitch because he's drawing a picture of where the oppositions are, the position of the opposition
Further
players
thinking.
are, where my players are. How can I make an impact? And that's when you see him switch on.
You remember you spoke about the whole Thierry Henry and how they explained to him, this player can't do this.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have certain players that after watching you for a moment, he understands how you play and he adjusts his game. And I saw that a couple of times in the clips. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
This boy is
And
making
he's
everyone
young.
better.
Yo.
That's the thing.
And he's young. I just hope that from here, it's not the end. That we make him go further,
So-
like,
yeah.
Like
So-
even if Pirates mustn't hold him back as much as Pirates want him, and if for some reason that he gets an opportunity to go to somewhere where there's better facilities, better places to train, for his own benefit to make him better, hopefully.
So there's only so long
Yeah.
where you can be the best of your team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to go somewhere where there's people better than you.
And that's where
That's where you're gonna raise your
And
game.
that's what I
And that's
hope
where
for
we
him.
will see whether you can raise your game
Or not.
it's gonna crush you. So we
because
have
this
to
guy
let it
is
go.
looking like he's gonna go.
So
He's
I just want to
gonna
say
make it.
to La Liga, to the Premiership, to Serie A,
League.
to French League, guys, please watch this guy. He has the attributes. He got pace. He can dribble. He has vision, and I feel like he can play multiple positions in
across the front.
across
Yeah.
the front. So, like, what would be your last words to people who don't know about this kid?
I think it's more than just this kid. There's a few players across South Africa that we need to put the spotlight on.
Yeah.
There's up and coming players at Chiefs, up and coming players at Sundowns. Let's put a spotlight on these players because it's for too long now where we watching them and they're not going anywhere. I'll give you an example. There was a player, Thabo Matlaba, that used to play for Pirates. He
Yeah.
was one of the best left backs that I've seen. His career went nowhere because there was no light shone upon him. So I think for me, it's let's get their names out there. Let's
We need to
show
hype
What's
them up.
happening
Like,
with this guy, he's all over. So I'm so happy. Like I've
Yeah.
already watched a couple things on YouTube about how he started, how even the way he speaks and stuff like that, you can see he's going the right direction.
Yeah. I feel like we as a country need to hype him up. Like, you know, when Lamine Yamal started coming out, people were just blasting him everywhere. And
Yeah, he was gone.
yes, he was good, but they made him greater because now a lot of people watched. And the same thing in the States. In the USA, their players are not the best.
Yeah.
But they hype them up so much that they get the opportunities.
I think as South Africa, we got a better soccer system than the USA.
Correct.
Yeah.
But you must know, even here in South Africa, we live and breathe soccer compared to the USA. USA, there's multiples, but here in South Africa, it starts from the bottom.
It is key. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, so let's get behind these guys.
Yeah.
And not only this, let's get behind South African soccer.
Yes, and this is just the starting point. He can be our focal point, but that'll trickle down to the whole of South Africa to show you all that we do have talent. We just need to give them the spotlight.
And the evidence is there with Bafana. I mean, they're doing so well
Yeah.
currently in the qualifiers. This boy scored in his full debut as well against.
Imagine
Benin.
now,
So,
like for you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the pressure, he's so young, and
And
most of the time
he's
the
taking
pressure
it on
gets to
himself.
you.
He's
and
operating.
He's being a leader.
He's taking it on. That's what you see that
Yeah.
defines him.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's certain things that you can't enrich. You can't enrich this guy's pressure.
Yeah.
As a 19-year-old to handle in
Oh,
calf.
guys, he is
national.
magical.
Yeah.
He's magical. Stay on the lookout for him, and we will try and shed light on him in the future as well as other players that we see through. Yep. Hope you enjoyed watching us. Stay tuned for more.